everyone. Well, today I thought we would do something different. Usually I show a J movie or a video demonstration on, last week it was on how to cut flowers in the size of vase. So this week I thought, why don't I go to the store and grab a pre-made bouquet, and then I'll teach you guys how to actually arrange those. So I went to Save Mart. You can go to any grocery store you want. It's just closer to my house. And I got two pre-made bouquets. I've already done one up, and this is the one that's here. And hopefully some of these flowers you can recognize. We have our gerb, and there's two different sizes of them. We have some bear grass here, and the bear grass can be left out, but I kind of like to loop it in to my arrangement. It just depends on my mood, and this week I felt like doing it looped. And we have some status here and some chrysanthemums, and there's different types. There's button mums, there's daisy mums, there's spider mums. So there's a lot of different types of chrysanthemums. So I went ahead and put this into a vase. And you know, you can go and get vases at the dollar store, and actually the dollar store has some really nice vases. And you could also just use a plain cup if that's what you have around your house. So let me give you a couple of examples. Here's a rectangle type vase, and I use this quite a bit when I'm cutting my zinnias that I have outside, and I'll put them in this. You could even go as far as using just a plain old mason jar. A lot of times when I do weddings, people want their flowers in mason jars, and this is a great way to do it. There's also smaller ones. So let's say today, if I get done arranging in the container I'm going to arrange in, and I have some left over, I may go ahead and use this jar to finish up. So we'll see how things go. And then I think I'm going to go ahead with this vase today to arrange it. Now, let me tell you the nice thing about these is it kind of has this closer in portion on the vase, and it almost helps to secure those flowers in, especially a lot of times these arrangements, pre-made bouquets, do not have a lot of greenery filler to help lock things in. So when you have a vase like this that kind of goes in, it helps to incorporate and lock things in. And that's what you can see on this vase also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a little water, and I went ahead and just put some in a cup. So I'm going to put some inside my vase, and I can always add more later, but right now I'm just going to add this much. A good thing to have is a nice pair of clippers. If you don't have them, then you can use scissors around the house. They may not cut through the stems as well. If you really get into and you like to cut flowers, you can go ahead and get your own really nice pair of floral shears. If we were in class, I have floral shears there that we would utilize. So I'll set that off to the side. And all of them come with a packet of flower food. So go ahead and add that to your mix. It gives you directions on how much and how to cut stems and stuff too. Well, this packet got a little wet, so they are stuck inside. And here comes some. And then you can give it a little mix around or twirl. But what you would like is to empty the whole packet in, because mine is very wet inside. It's not opening up, and that's okay. You don't have to put it in. So once you get it, you can kind of open it up and see what you have in it. Okay, so I have some greenery, and I have my cushion mums and some little daisy ones. These are more like a button type of mum, but there's many different types. So these are smaller. And then I have my carnations, very nice. And you can always fluff them up a little bit more if you want, but these are pretty open, so I don't need to fluff too much. And then another cushion. So this is a nice mix of fall colors. This is Solidago. Usually it comes in strictly yellow is what I've used it in, and I have some Solidago in here also. And this is stock. This was Beginning Floral. This was one of your IDs just recently, and Advanced Floral. You should recognize this, hopefully. I've mentioned this isn't a flower I use a lot, but here it is. Austrameria, one of my most favorite. It doesn't look alive when sometimes you get it, but it opens up very nicely and a nice touch to your arrangement. And then this one here is a spider mum. Usually they come with a netting on it, but when I brought it home, my daughter took the netting off, so I don't have the netting, but usually they come with a netting and it holds the petals together until you get it home, and then when you get home, you just pull it off. So very nice. This will be more like my focal flower. So let's go ahead and get started. And as you can see, they only gave me one piece of greenery in here, and it's kind of floppy, but we'll make it do. So let's get started here. I'm going to take my vase, and these lower leaves I don't need, and you don't want to have a bunch of greenery go into your water, because that's just going to make the water go bad faster. So when I do this, I go ahead and I set my vase kind of like on a counter. I think, okay, how much do I want to cut this? Now, being a larger flower, I want it down more. So kind of like I did here with my gerb, I want it to be down. So I'm going to go ahead and measure. And it's okay if you cut it a little longer and you put it in and you're like, that's too tall. Go ahead and cut a little bit more. I'd rather cut it too long and then have to go back and recut it. So that's about perfect for where I want it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and let me see what I have here. I think I'm gonna add my greenery and kind of get that out of the way. I love using greenery in arrangements. It gives it a fresh look and it helps to lock the materials in. And once again, I don't have a lot of greenery, so we'll make do with this one piece that they actually gave us today. I'm gonna go ahead, and it doesn't matter what order you go and you take your flowers, just kind of grab and see how you feel with them. I'm gonna go ahead and put my carnation right there, and I'm trying to crisscross inside the vase, so it's not straight up and down, but I'm gonna crisscross them. And stick my other carnation on the other side. Once again, you're going to take these bottom leaves and take them off. You don't want them in your water. And here's my Austrameria, very pretty Austrameria, love it. And this stalk's going to be my line flower, so I'm going to stick it more in the middle. Just like so. Take my other Austro, stick it on the other side. A lot of different greenery on here, and you can always break this apart if you want, so I'll show you what I mean. I'm going more in the middle, and now I have more flowers to use. Always give them a fresh cut. Goes nicely there with my stalk. And we'll take our Solidago. A lot of florists like to use a knife and they kind of keep that in their hand as they're working. I still like to use the scissors. I think it's just something that I use in class mostly. When you have them that have the flowers that have fallen off, just go ahead. You can cut those back all the way back to the main stem. Just kind of clean it up. And then our last piece that we have here, once again, I kind of just cut it off. It's quite long. I might even break it into 3 pieces. So that way, now always be turning and looking at your arrangement to see where you can add. Don't just work on it with one side. If you do that, then you're gonna find that you're gonna have holes and items that you aren't very happy with. So that one piece of greenery actually turned out to be okay in the arrangement. Always make sure that your flowers are down in the water. You know, just go ahead and put this little guy in here. Okay. And there you have it. You have a nice fall arrangement. Let me turn this around. So all my sides have flowers. So this could go inside or on top of a table. And there you have it. So I hope this helped you. If you go out and buy a bouquet, take it home and arrangement. Send me a picture of your finished product. Ask me questions if you want. So I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.